Okay, so let's get into this. The notch on newer MacBooks. For ages, it just felt like, well, dead space, right? This black bar that engineers stuck there.
Yeah, kind of visual tax you had to pay. But what's fascinating is how developers looked at that and thought, hang on, maybe we can use this.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into that exact idea. How software is turning this hardware flaw into something genuinely useful, even interactive.
Right. And our mission here is to look at three of the big apps doing this: Notchnook, Dynamic Lake, and Alcove, and sort of figure out which one might fit your needs best. Depends what you value, stability, features, custom stuff.
And it's pretty cool how they're basically mimicking Apple's whole dynamic island idea from the iPhone, but, bringing it to the Max notch.
Totally. They're using the menu bar's overlay tech to make those pixels right around the camera actually do things. It's clever stuff.
Okay, let's start with the one for the tinkerer, Notchnook. Sources say this is the most customizable one out there.
hmm It feels the most like a Mac version of that dynamic island concept. You've got widgets, like a little calendar view, even a tiny webcam mirror, which is interesting.
But the standout feature seems to be that drag-and-drop file tray, right? That sounds unique.
It really is. That's aimed squarely at the power user, someone managing lots of assets. Think of it like a temporary shelf right below the notch that stays there across all your desktop spaces.
So if you're juggling images or code snippets or whatever, you just stash them there.
Exactly. Quick access, always visible. And yeah, the customization is deep. You can tweak the size, transparency, how it opens. Lots of fiddling potential.
Okay, but let's talk value. It's $25 outright or $3 a month. For a utility fixing a design choice, what really justifies that cost? Is the file tray that good?
I think the justification, if you buy into it, is the polish of the stability of that specific feature. If that persistent file tray genuinely speeds up your workflow significantly, then maybe. It's niche, but for that user, it could be worth it for a tool that feels, professionally built.
All right, so if Notchnook is for the meticulous customizer, Dynamic Lake sounds like the opposite approach. Just pack everything in.
Huh. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's the Swiss Army knife approach.
Yeah.
Volume, brightness sliders, music controls, weather, notifications, even file dropping. It tries to be a mini control center.
Stuff everything in. Sounds ambitious.
Ambitious, yeah. Maximum utility is the goal.
Yeah.
But here's the catch. The sources we looked at mentioned it can feel a little buggy.
Ah, there it is.
Right. And that's the trade-off, isn't it? You get all these features crammed in, but does having the weather right there justify potential glitches or, system resource hits? Does it undermine the whole point if it's not stable?
Yeah, that seems like a big caveat. If you want quick controls but they stutter or fail, that kind of defeats the purpose, especially for a power user. Why risk it?
Well, perhaps the user who absolutely hates wasting any screen space. Someone who feels super constrained by the standard menu bar and is willing to put up with some potential wonkiness to get that extra control real estate. High risk, maybe high reward for them.
Okay, let's shift gears completely then. Alcove. This one sounds like it's all about simplicity and fitting in.
Exactly. Clean, integrated. The sources really highlighted how polished it looks, like it could have been built by Apple itself.
So less about features, more about just looking right.
Pretty much. It likely uses native macOS components, which helps it feel stable and minimalist. The features are focused. Music controls, system indicators, live notifications, no file trays, no weather widgets, just the essentials, done cleanly.
So not the risk taker like Dynamic Lake, but maybe for someone like a designer or anyone who just wants stability and doesn't want the notch utility sticking out visually.
Precisely. Stability and aesthetics. It blends in, enhances the Mac experience without trying to radically change it. And it's cheaper too, around $17. It's for someone who just wants that black bar filled neatly, reliably. So wrapping that up quickly, Notchnook. That's for the customizing power user, especially if you manage lots of files and value that stable, premium feel, Dynamic Lake. For the user who wants every possible feature in the notch and is okay with potential bugginess.
And Alcove is the choice for simplicity, stability, and just making it look like it belongs there.
You got it. Clean, stable, integrated.
Okay, so stepping back.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Third-party developers took this thing, the notch that got so much criticism, this hardware limitation, and they've turned it into a genuine software feature, even a little market, which makes you think, what other limitations or maybe hardware quirks that annoy us right now could actually be the seed for the next cool software innovation, something to mull over next time that black bar catches your eye?